But right now, we have somebody joining us in studio.
We do. If you have not heard of CAP before, they work with a whole bunch of different clients, people who have found themselves in what we call money chaos, which affects obviously not just your finances, but your whole life, your relationships, your mental health. And so we have a previous CAP client in studio, the beautiful Te Awhina. Kia ora.
Kia ora, tēnā koe. It's lovely to be here.
Oh, thanks so much for coming into the studio. You've been a client of CAP and you've agreed to come in and sort of share a little bit of your story.
Yes.
How has CAP been a part of your life? How did you actually find CAP?
So I found Cap from one of my sisters. So she was a client with Cap, and I watched her go through her journey and then eventually becoming debt free. And I thought, wow, give it a go. She was sharing with me and saying, you should jump on. And I was like, oh, I'm not stressed enough just yet. Just give me a bit more chaos and then
Just give me a little bit more chaos.
and
That's
then,
fine. I'm good.
Yeah, I can
Don't
still
even
go
worry
another
about it.
6 months and then I'll be ready to call out for help. No, but no, seeing the freedom that she had by coming debt free, I was like, man, I want to get in on that. So yeah.
You saw the change in her life, I'm guessing. Would you say that for you there might have been like and I guess this is for anybody, like this sense of maybe a little bit of shame, like when you're asking for help and
Yes,
this
definitely.
almost like a New Zealand, like, oh, I'm okay, I don't want to. Yeah. How did you just sort of, you reached out and then somebody prayed for you on the phone?
Yes. So that was so for me, I was really ashamed to kind of say it's not something we talk about openly. You know, we have this, we're fine, nothing to see here,
Yeah.
But really on the inside, there was all this chaos, as you mentioned earlier. And then made that phone call. I couldn't even make that first phone call. I was terrified to make that first phone call. I was embarrassed and ashamed. How did I get here? All these things. And again, my sister made that phone call with me, and they prayed, and it was pretty special. Like to have a stranger pray for me was a very freeing moment. It was I felt God in that moment where I just felt loved, and it was amazing, life changing.
Yeah.
I love as well because we can tell with you in studio, and I think it's coming across on air very easily as well.
Yeah.
Just there is a joy about you. There is a bubbliness that is resonating through the room.
Yes.
And you wouldn't believe that you've come through this journey.
Yeah.
What is it like on this side looking back?
This is when I get pretty emotional when I think about this, because I'm literally living a life now that I thought was just really unmanageable. No, that was past life. Unimaginable. Yes,
Yeah.
so there's my
Yeah.
words. Honestly, like it's a dream. Like I can't believe that I'm living the life that I live now. I really am truly blessed. I am free from both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and literally living the dream now. Teaching kapahaka, teaching te reo Māori, doing my dream job. Who would have thought, with that phone call, with the support of people like those who are giving, it just changes my life.
Yeah, you're making me feel emotional because I can actually see like how much that means to you, and that it's like a whole holistic effect.
Yes,
and
definitely.
your mental health as well, like, is so much better.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody perhaps who's listening and thinking like, man, this is an amazing thing, either something that perhaps they need or something maybe they even want to support? What would
Yeah.
you say to that person?
I think to the person who's thinking about wanting to support this is that as someone that has been supported, I just don't think that you can really understand the impact that it has, For such a small fee, you've changed one person's life. Literally, if I could go and shake the hand of the person who donated so I could be in this situation, wow, I'm so grateful. And for the person who is thinking of making the phone call, I just think, I don't know your individual situation, but there is a life beyond your wildest dreams available, and there's people who are so kind and patient and loving, and they'll love you in moments when you may not love yourself. So, it's amazing. So, yeah. Whew, take a breath. Don't cry, Te Awhina.
You're making me
it's okay.
cry.
Safe space. You can
Yes.
cry as much as you want to, because if you cry, I'll cry. And I want it to be a safe space.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you said like for such a small fee, like it literally is $10.50 a week. And not everyone has that capacity, but for those who do, like, wow, what a difference it makes in people's lives.
Really does.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing just a little part of your story.
Thank you.